In this series, we're going to create complex programs in Python, starting with a temperature converter. We won't be using generative AI at all, which means if something is recyclable, we can reuse it in an assessment without worrying about authenticity. As I go, I keep a log because it helps me to know what I need to do next, and it also lets me put in more detail than I can fit into my Kanban board. During your assessment, you should strive to keep a log as well. Our first step is to design the graphical user interface. We're going to set up a dialog box that allows users to put in a temperature and convert it to degrees in Fahrenheit. Note that anytime you have an entry box, underneath you should have a label that can serve as an error message so that if users put in something that's invalid, we can easily tell them what to do to fix their mistake. We're also going to have a help dialog box and a place where users can see their 5 most recent calculations and export all of their calculations to file. If users do more than 5 calculations, the background becomes orange so that they're reminded that not all of their calculations are being displayed. In your assessment, once you've designed your GUI, you should be able to create a Kanban board where you say what components and functions you're most likely to need. So here's what mine looks like at the moment. I've color-coded it, and as I work, I'll be marking tickets as done. A reminder that in the assessment, you're expected to show evidence of planning. Don't be that guy that makes a plan at the start, completely ignores it for the whole process, and then goes back at the end and marks everything as done. If you go that route, you will miss out on 6 credits. Once you've worked out what you need to do, you'll want to create a diagram showing the program structure. A reminder that every dialog box is a class, and every button should lead to a function. You might have additional functions. For example, my round nearest function is not a button, but it is something that I'm going to need to make my output sensible. Once you've done your planning, you'll want to go ahead and develop your components. It is common to put in additional planning slides, and in this case, before I make a GUI, I need to work out where I'm going to put the widgets. This diagram will make a lot more sense once we start coding the GUI. We also need to have a test plan. In this case, our test plan is our diagram because once the component is made, when we run the program, the dialog box should look like what you see on your screen. As this video is getting a little bit long, I'm going to show you how you can create that dialog box in Python in the next video.